The girl suddenly realizes she's trapped inside the school. The moment she steps past the front gate, she's instantly pulled back to the boiler room. She goes to her best friend Nicole for answers, but Nicole can't see her at all and is even putting up missing posters for her. The girl grows more confused and uneasy, so she heads to the gym, only to find the entire school holding a memorial for her. The sight sends chills down her spine. At that moment, a boy with glasses walks up and tells her that she's already dead. She refuses to believe it. After wandering around campus, she returns to the gym and realizes that besides the glasses kid, there are many other spirits trapped here, some of them stuck for decades. These spirits have formed a support group to help newcomers face the truth and answer their questions. The group leader, Martin, starts asking about her story. She says her name is Maddie, and the last thing she remembers is leaving study hall, then suddenly ending up in the boiler room. She isn't even sure she's actually dead, and since no body was found, the police are still treating it as a missing person case. This shocks the other spirits, because they all became ghosts only after their deaths were confirmed. A case like Maddie's is something they've never seen before. Determined to figure it out, Maddie starts replaying that day in her mind. She had planned to meet her boyfriend Xavier in study hall, but he never showed up. Then she spotted him outside through the window and rushed downstairs to find him. Xavier seemed nervous, saying his phone had died so he couldn't text her. Maddie didn't think much of it, but when she returned to the building, she noticed Xavier sitting in his car, apparently using his phone. Just as confusion set in, her phone buzzed with a message, and it was from Xavier. Before she could open it, her phone shut off from a dead battery. Wanting answers, Maddie decides to follow him. As she passes the locker room, she notices the missing posters have almost all been torn down. She then goes to her classroom and sees her friend Simon angrily calling out the school, saying they aren't taking her disappearance seriously. But the rest of the students seem indifferent, with almost no one willing to help search. Simon grows more upset and quickly turns his anger toward Xavier. As her boyfriend, he hasn't been searching at all and instead seems strangely calm. When confronted, Xavier offers no explanation. He grabs his backpack to leave, but Simon yanks him back, spilling everything inside, and Maddie's phone rolls out. Soon after, Xavier is called into the principal's office, but no matter how much he's questioned, he refuses to say a word. Maddie still doesn't want to believe her boyfriend could hurt her, but one comment from the glasses boy snaps everything into focus. If that were true, why didn't he turn the phone into the police? That realization finally hits Maddie. Simon and Nicole corner Xavier, demanding to know why he kept Maddie's phone for 3 whole days without saying anything. The argument quickly escalates, and it almost turns physical. Seeing all this, Maddie goes back to the group in the gym and asks if there's any way to make the killer confess, like possession or scaring them with something supernatural. The others tell her they simply don't have that kind of ability, but Maddie refuses to give up, believing she's different from the rest. She turns and walks away, while the others just watch in silence, because they know most new spirits eventually stop searching and slowly accept that they're gone. But every time she steps past the school gates, she's instantly pulled back to the boiler room. Heartbroken and lost, Maddie returns to the support group, where Martin tells her to let it go, saying if she's already dead, there's no point staying trapped in the past. At that moment, the principal gathers everyone together, lighting candles in her memory. Xavier is pulled aside by his father, the sheriff, who sternly demands to know why he has Maddie's phone. Hearing her mother speaking about her on stage, Maddie runs out in tears, only to overhear Xavier and his father talking. It turns out Xavier had been hiding something, secretly seeing the cheer captain, Claire. That day, he skipped class just to meet her and almost got caught by Maddie. Because he panicked, he accidentally sent a text meant for Claire to Maddie instead. Since it stayed unread, Xavier took advantage of the moment when Maddie left study hall to steal her phone just to delete that message. He actually had nothing to do with Maddie's disappearance. After hearing the full story, his father takes him back to the station to give a statement. Watching Xavier get into the patrol car, Maddie feels overwhelmed with mixed emotions. Back in the gym, Simon is still grieving for her. Maddie walks up to him and softly says, "Thank you." To her surprise, Simon seems to sense something, turns his head, and looks straight at her. Maddie freezes in shock, because Simon can actually see her. After testing it again and again, they finally accept that it's real. But the boy with glasses is completely stunned. These spirits have been stuck here for years, and no living person has ever seen them before. Even stranger, Simon can only see Maddie, but not the glasses boy standing beside her. Simon urgently asks what really happened to her, but Maddie herself can't remember anything after leaving the classroom. Just then, Nicole walks in and asks Simon to go search the woods with her for the missing Maddie. At Maddie's signal, Simon keeps the truth to himself. The glasses boy warns her not to tell the others that a living person can see her, or they'll become jealous and might even beg her to pass messages to loved ones. The next morning, Maddie overhears teachers in the office saying the police found blood on a wall in the boiler room. After DNA testing, it's confirmed to be hers. Maddie rushes to the cafeteria to find Simon, desperately asking for his help. To avoid looking insane, Simon pretends he's on a phone call. Maddie tells him she left the classroom that day to go find her mom, but everything after that is completely blank. Simon replies that he already spoke to her mother, who said she never saw Maddie that day at all. Maddie tries to remember again and recalls seeing Xavier and Claire leaving in a hurry, while she was supposed to head to biology class next, which means the incident likely happened during that window of time. Simon remembers that Xavier didn't show up to that biology class, so he starts to suspect that maybe Xavier and Claire did something to Maddie together. Of course, it's only a theory. If they want the truth, they'll need real evidence.